Hi, good morning. It's Miriam speaking. Yes, let's talk, okay? That is my favorite topics um, is spirituality, and you have been chatting for some time now. Yes, I'm trying to do the best. Can you see this? Yeah, when it's raining or windy, it's very nice. So, yes, attracting good energy. That is very nice to attract good vibes to my back garden. And here is yes, it's a parsley here. And there is more things that I spread around here. I have this, um, I am a seed person. I like to spread seeds all over. I like a bird. Yes, I'm a creator. Yeah. I really like to plant. Um, yes, so last night you had a beautiful rain in London. Um, really, weather is changing a lot because last night you had thunders like I never heard in London before. Big, long thunders and lightning. It was not just one or two, it was a lot. And the rain was very heavy about 1:30 in the morning. I was studying and then I come downstairs to the toilet downstairs. And then I heard the noise of the rain on the roof of my conservatory. And I said, no, this, I have to come out and listen to it. So at 1:40 in the morning, I was in my back garden listening to the to the rain on the roof. It was so nice, so refreshing, the noise of the rain, etc. So yeah, this morning it's very fresh, beautiful, and can you hear the birds? Yes, big trees around my house, so there's a lot of birds, and they are very happy this morning, singing a lot. So, yeah, I am well with my soul. That is lovely. I am well with my soul, with the spring and with the rain, and with myself, with my guides, my companions of this journey. And that's what I want to talk this morning about, okay? Um, the most we talk about it, the most you talk about spirituality and how to improve ourselves and how to be comfortable on our own body and on earth, comfortable with the situation you are facing, comfortable with the environment you are living, comfortable with the Mother Earth, with Gaia, with nature, with the birds, with the cats, with the dogs, with the animals, with each other, especially. As more comfortable you can get in life, as more benefit you're gonna have. Okay? So let's think about something that most people is not aware about. That was the feeling depressed and lonely, etc. We humans, we a person, we are not alone. We are not alone. I have been talking about it. I have been spreading this news, and I think I have the need to talk more about it because something to get into our brain, you have to listen it many times, okay? You have to listen it many times for something to get to our unconscious and be in there and say you can take hold of this information. Okay, you have to listen it many times. For us to learn a new word, you have to listen it about 1,000 times. That's how lazy our brain is. So you are working on it, so you can improve it. You don't need to, you don't need to listen too much something in order to understand and our brain to really capture the message and hold on to the message and store on your your bank of memories. So I'm going to repeat it again. We are not alone. Okay, Miriam is not just the vessel that you are seeing here. Miriam have friends that is my twin flames, my twin companions. They can have my face if they want it, but they can have another face if they want it. Okay, remember when I was talking with you about this one of the how you can say that, one of my transportation to the other me happened about months ago. I met physically, like in my transportation, I met this companion that I have got. And many years ago, about probably about 20 years ago, I was in a party, like a friendship party, with all the kids, set in a park. And then before you go to the park, we decided to cook something to bring so the kids will have. It was long, 20 years ago. My baby was about 6, and the oldest one was about 12, 13. So many years ago. So one lady got something like, she was not herself. She received some entity on her body, and then she came to me, and this entity said that they wanna bless me all over because the mission I would have in life in England. And then she took some oil, some olive oil, and then she sat for my feet. She washed my feet with the oil, and then she come up, etc., and then finished on my head. And then at the end, this entity that was on her body, remember, in those days, I was in the Baptist church, okay? So it was a lady from the church. It was not something spiritual in the spiritual church. It was I was not yet on this time with all this knowledge that I have got. After this experience, that I started to think something was more than I thought it was, okay? I was already 43. So after all this blessing, she looked at me. She was with the eyes closed. She looked at me and she took my hands and said, "You are gonna meet someone called Nahaim." On my head, with the perception I had with all the reality that we have got around us, I thought it was gonna be a Jewish rabbi, or an angel. I don't know. I thought it was to be a physical person. Okay, I never even thought about an angel on those days, because on those time I was not thinking about the spiritual beings. I was just concentrated on the physical matter environment. I didn't have any knowledge about the spiritual world. I knew it had something, but I was called them angels or demons. Okay, didn't have any other names. So I thought it was gonna be a person that I was gonna meet. And then years went by, and I never met this person called Nahaim. And then I went to Israel, And I had a lot of experience in Israel, the first time I went there. And then when I came back, I was doing some meditation, and suddenly I forgot about Nahim because it never happened. So I forgot about it, okay? And one day I was studying one of these spiritual books, many years after. And then it was about 2004, you see? And then I was studying about this, and then I was reading, and then I read about this companion that we can have the name of a guardian angel. And suddenly, when I was reading it and studying about it, the name of Nahim came straight like a flash on my brain. And I said, oh God, oh my God. That was that then. The lady was telling me about my guardian angel. Okay, that's what my knowledge and my perceiving of the information that I had 15 years ago that comes to light at 2005. It happens about 1997, 2005. It was a long time. So I went to my diaries because I always wrote everything that happens to me, like, you know, special stuff. I always have the date. And I went there to see exactly the date it happening. It was in my diaries. And then, because I did forgot the name, because I wrote the name on the day, said I'm gonna meet this person called Naim, and I'm gonna wait for this one then. And then I wrote everything that the lady has done to me, etc. So I read everything on on that day, and I saw the name Naim, and I said, oh my God, that's my angel name. Okay. And now that I am more informed, I have more knowledge, I have been studying more, and I know more about it, I know that this Nahim, or Nahim, is my spiritual name, is the name of my twin, is the name of my higher self, is the name that I used as a higher self when I am back to the matrix. That's my name on I am in the matrix. So whenever I need some information now about my matrix, it's Nahaim that I call, because it's my soul name. It's not an angel, it's not another person, it's me. It's my name, it's me, it's Miriam. And amazing is, Nahaim is the name of that lady gave me. And the name I adopt when I was about 15 was Nairim. I create this name for myself, Nairim. That's Miriam at the reverse. Can you see the pattern there? Nairim, Nahaim, and Miriam. But there is more about it. There is more. I have a beautiful news for you. There is more. You don't have just your twin higher self flame. Okay? Remember when I told about my dream about the other Miriam that took me in one of these dreams, transportation that I had, that when I was in Brazil going through a beautiful challenge time, it was very suffering for me on those days, a lot of suffering. And I had to make a decision. Remember, I told this in one of my other videos. Okay, if you didn't listen other videos, I'm gonna say again. I have a dream. I was due to make a decision okay? Um, and it will change my life and the life of my kids forever, okay, in this decision. So, sorry, I'm having my tea. So, before I make the decision about, I was due to make the decision. I promised the person that I was gonna make the decision, and I was 90% certain that my decision will be to be in that moment with that person, okay? I was gonna give up everything else and take my kids and move. And then I had this transportation, this out of body experience. That on those days I didn't know about it. Okay, I did have it as a dream. I thought it was just a dream, and that my twin, this other Miriam, that has the same face, everything is like exactly like me. She took me. I was going through that person. That person was in front of me with the arms open, and then I was go run to his arms. So that means I was gonna be with that person, and I was changing my life forever, etc. And she took me for my left arm. She took me, and I was trying to get rid of her, and I look at her and see that it was me, okay? And then she grabbed my two arms, and then she flied with me. She took me from that place. And when I look at the face of the person, I just see his arms going down, 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 down. And his face going completely lower and sad. And then she float with me. She fly. It's a long fly and etc. I took this, and she go over the mountains, over forests, and over the sea. And that when I had the knowledge that I was gonna travel abroad, I was gonna travel. I was not gonna be staying in Brazil anymore. Then I realized that my life would be changed forever in that circumstances, and I was not supposed to be in that environment that I was planning to be. My life would take over to another dimension. Okay. 2 years ago, 2 years after this dream, I was in London. So I met that my other part, and before yesterday, on Saturday evening, I was studying with Cryon, and then I was listening to his conference about that other side of us that exists and you don't have any knowledge about. He said that we live in different dimensions, okay? I'm not just on this physical body called Miriam. I am more. It's very difficult to understand it, but when you dream, normally when you dream, you are in this other dimension, okay? Your brain, your body is resting, but your mental body is active and doing all the stuffs around, okay? So when you dream about a moment, a situation, a place, your mental body is in that place, living that experience, okay? So when I had that experience about a month ago, and I saw that girl, I saw 3 of them. I was trying to kiss the hands of the 3, but I managed to kiss the hand just of one. That's the one, it's more closer to me. So I still have 2 to discover. I didn't saw the faces. I saw the hands of the other 2, but I didn't saw the face of them, and I didn't manage to kiss the hands of the other 2. So I still have to pay my respect to other 2. That is me. It's my soul. It's my divided twin soul or spirit that is living in another dimensions. Okay? So I am not alone. You are not alone. We are just understanding and start to understand. Remember, I met my guardian or my twin flame, my uh, my other, yeah, my spirit, or my the one that's linked to my matrix. I met. They told me about her about 15 years ago, okay, or more, 17 years ago. And I managed to understand and have the knowledge of who that is, okay, Nahaim. Now, I met, after 15 years, I have the knowledge of that other one. She's different from me. She doesn't have the same face. She has a very round face, more round face, a very short hair like a man's hair. Probably she's lesbian. Yeah, probably she's not, because she looks like she's not a straight woman, you know what I mean? But she's a woman, but in a body of woman. But I think she has a very male, but she's very clever. And she knows how to talk by the head. Remember, in the dream with her this transportation, that is not a dream, it's more than a dream. That I had with her, I was trying to talk because I was trying to physically talk to her, okay, but I was not managing because my body was not sleeping. I was having this experience on my mental, on my astral body, actually, my mental body, my astral body. I was having this experience on my astral body, and my physical body was trying to talk. You know, my mouth was trying to talk. When you are in this stage, and then you notice that you are trying to talk, and you can talk because your body is sleeping, is resting. So she pointed to the head, talk on the head. You don't need to use your mouth. I am in the, you know. I am in another level. You can talk to me in another level. So now I know, every time I know she's around here, because she's giving all this information to me. Also, she's, you know, making me more easy with my English, etc. So she's helping me to be more easygoing, easy talking, you know, more fluent in my speech with you. So yeah, I think she's, you know, she doesn't have sex. But she has more male energy on her than a female, because she has a very short hair. Very short, like a boy, really, you know, and by one side. She's very beautiful. She's very beautiful. And then I managed to kiss her hands, and you were talking, and I know she's with me. So every one of us have the same thing. You are exactly the same. You, darling. You, my lovely. You also, my dear. You also have this other parts of your soul that lives in another dimension, and that is real. Like these stones, you know, are real, like me here talking to you, like this chair where I am sitting, like my garden that is in front of me. They are real, like you and me. They are in another dimension, but it's you, it's part of you. And now, what's the advantage of this knowledge? Can you guess? Yes, you can guess, I know. We have help. When you are facing a situation, you are not facing it alone, my love. You are facing it with more people with you. I met 2 already, okay? But I have another 2 that I have to kiss their hands in respect. Because that's the ritual, probably, you know? Like the Arabic people kiss the cheek of the person that is higher than them, yes? When they met, doesn't matter, especially between the boys, they all in act of respect, they kiss the cheeks. And with the queen, you have, to bow. And with the pope, you have to kiss his hands, or the priest, etc., you kiss the hands. That's the way, it's act of respect. So I still have to kiss the hands of two. So far, so far, I have the knowledge of 4. That is me, my soul is Nachaim, or Nairim, like I called when I was young. And I can find my diaries from this time and show you, so you can see that in 1967, 1968, I was already signed as Nairim. Not Miriam, it's Nairim. And then, when I was 43, I heard about Nachaim. And now I met that one. I don't know her name. I didn't ask her name. I was not worried about names on this time. I didn't ask her name, so I don't know what her name is. But I think she'll tell me in time. She'll tell me what her name is, what name she's using in this dimension. Because she's also Nachaim. But in this dimension, I don't know what name she's wearing, like I am using Miriam. They gave me Miriam when I was born. So you too, you have all this knowledge now. I'm telling you this knowledge because I want you to take possession of this knowledge and make it good for you. So when you are struggling in life, when you are facing financially difficult, you can talk to your other person and say, please give me sign, what can I do to make our life in this dimension better? Because they are having the same experience as you are having, as you go out from your body when you are dreaming and help them in what the reality they are having right now. They come and help you also when you are awake and facing challenges. So take possession of this information that I'm giving you now. Take advantage of this information, that knowledge, and make the best for you, for your reality right now. But let me tell you something. Don't do it in greedy, okay? This knowledge is spiritual knowledge that is for you to use in your benefit, but in order for you to progress, in order for you to upgrade your spiritual being. Is not for you to be rich, because financial richness is nothing, okay? You can see it in Trump. Trump is one of the most rich person at that moment in time. He's the president of the United States, but his ego is so big that doesn't mean anything. Have you seen his pose on this summit that they have got? Have you seen how he was looking at people like he was the king? Ego. No, this knowledge is not for you to grow up your ego. It's for you to be humble and think, oh my God, my responsibility is bigger than I thought it was, because I'm not living just for myself. I'm living for more other beings that is linking to me. Is a partnership. You have a partnership. It's a team. You are working in a team. Do you understand this reality? You are responsible for them also, like they're responsible for you. So you have to do your best. You have to do your best in order for this team to be a winner at the end of your incarnation. Okay, so take this knowledge. It is in humility, be humble, and say, oh my God, I am more responsible than I thought I was. My reality is bigger than I thought it was. and be humble on this information. Okay? Oh, I'm feeling the energy. That is my legacy. This is my legacy for you now, and this is my legacy for the next generation, because it's another thing. There is a lot of us to talk about it, okay? Because this challenge, this shift in our planet is not it's not a miracle. It's step by step. It starts with us in our generation. Now the next generation is going to improve a little more, and the next generation is going to improve a little more until you finally manage. And I'm probably going to be not this next, because I'm going to live 100 years, but yes, that's my goal. So I think I'm going to get there nicely. I am 60, I'm going to be 65 this year. So I think I'm doing well. Okay, I'm doing well, but it's the energy that is around me. That is the secret. Every people say, "What's your secret?" My secret. Oh dear, my secret is not. My secret is my connection with nature, connection with spirituality, spiritual beings around me, connection with myself, loving myself, loving my physical self and my other twins and my Nachaim and everyone. I love everyone. I love my other 3 or the 4 and my partners and my kids and my house and my flowers, my dog, my cats, everything. The birds that stop singing. They are busy elsewhere right now. Yes. God bless you. Keep you safe. And yes. We are going to make it, and you are going to make it. We, as a speech, you're going to make it. Not speech, okay? You're going to make it. Yes. Slowly. Slowly. Don't wait for miracles. It's slowly. God bless you and keep you safe.